Y'all, I think I just had the best day ever. Now, if you're a parent, you'll totally understand where this is coming from. So I'm recording this on a Sunday night, and so my Sunday is coming to an end as we speak. But it was the best. I woke up this morning and I started watching Parks and Rec, and the kids were asleep. Allie was asleep. So I just put on Parks and Rec. It was amazing. And then the kids woke up and they of course want to watch a show, and they want to watch Bluey. Out of all the shows, Bluey, which I love. So I was like, oh my goodness, Parks and Rec and Bluey? This is the best. So we watched shows, maybe for a little bit too long, but that's okay. But then basketball started, and I watched NBA playoff basketball, which of course was amazing. There were 4 games today, and I watched a little bit of all of them. Actually, a lot of pretty much all of them, including the Pacers game, which they won. So I was thrilled about that. But we also went for a family walk with the dogs. I played a little basketball outside with the girls. We had an incredible dinner, courtesy of Allie, who was phenomenal. And it was a great day. And the thing is, we really didn't do a lot. There wasn't anything to write home about. There wasn't anything of noteworthy. This isn't necessarily a day I'm probably going to remember in a year or even, a couple weeks. But it was perfect. And it was exactly what we all needed. And I selfishly say that because a couple days ago, we actually got back from Mexico on spring break, where we went, 9 of us, and it was such an amazing time. But of course, if you're a parent, you understand the difference between a vacation and a trip. And while it was relaxing and restful and all those different things, you get home, I don't care where you are, you get home and you need to chill out. You need to zone out for a little bit. And that's what we did today. And it got me thinking about, just how hard parents work, especially through weekends. Like, you work 40 hours a week. You work 5 days. You get up in the morning. You get the kids ready for school. You get home. You cook dinner. You barely have any time to yourself. Then you're putting the kids down to bed. And then you miss the kids because you didn't get to really spend a lot of time with them. And the whole thing is just, the society we've created is just insane. And of course, if you're in sports, that's a whole nother thing, because then you get to the weekends and there are tournaments and there are games and there are practices. Honestly, as a parent, when do you find time for yourself? Honestly, it's damn near impossible. But we got to do better. And we have to sometimes force our way into creating restful weekends. And I know it's incredibly difficult, but a couple months ago, I wrote this piece called Parents Reclaim Your Weekend, Here's How. And ultimately, it was something that has always resonated with me. And because of this day that I had today, I wanted to bring it to the podcast. So I hope you enjoy it. But thank you for being here for another episode of Course That Forever, because as parents, we've got the best seats in the house. Let's enjoy it. Weekends, they kind of suck, don't they? As parents, you work 5 straight days, dedicating 40 hours to your employer, a couple more to your commute, 36 hours to sleep, and a few more to meal prep. Sprinkle in some homework help, after school activities, and a last-minute trip to the grocery store because, of course, the bok choy you bought wasn't nearly enough for the dinner that you had planned. All that and a nice 48-hour break sounds just like what the doctor ordered. Except for Saturdays, there's a baseball tournament and your kid's classmate has a birthday party on Sunday, and you've got to run to Target to pick up a present or two, and oh yeah, we got a grocery shop. But we can't grocery shop because we haven't meal planned yet, but when do we meal plan, and when are we going to have time to grocery shop? Oh, and remember that brand new washer and dryer that you just purchased? Well, it's not working right, and somebody's got to look at it. Before you know it, it's Sunday night, and the Sunday scaries are kicking in, and you have no idea when you are going to get true rest. I've been there. It can seem like a never-ending cycle of pure insanity, unable to jump off the dribble track to catch your breath for even 1 second. Our inability to slow down is one of the reasons that former Surgeon General Vivek H. Murthy has released an advisory on his mental health and the well-being of parents in America. It's not even our fault. For most people, there is literally no other option but to grind your way through parenthood. It's how society's been set up. Yeah, society should be built for parents. Every person on earth has parents, which is why I find it so wild that we need to mute our parenting to make progress in the workplace. But no matter what I think society should look like, the 5-day work week still reigns large, and parenting plays second fiddle to the profits no matter what. But not in this house. Little by little, we can work on society and make gradual changes over time. But we can change what's happening within our four walls starting Saturday. So how do we make this happen? Number one, you have to use your PTO. In 2018, Americans left 768 million days of PTO on the table. Out of that, 236 million were forfeited completely. Listen to me clearly. We cannot give our employers 236 million days of our time. Paid time off is among the benefits that we've earned as employees, and that time should be spent doing literally anything but work. I've worked in HR for well over a decade, and let me be the first to say this advice is much easier said than done. I know there are managers who make life hell for employees who use their benefits. I also know there are HR leaders who love nothing more than to write beautiful policies that look great on paper and then look the other way when the culture takes a toxic turn. Nobody is going to have your back like you do. So what can you do? Use your PTO to, get a haircut, catch up on a book. You can sleep. You can play pickleball with a bunch of retired folks on a Tuesday morning. You can work on your side hustle. You don't have to use your PTO solely for vacations, because we all know vacations with kids are trips, and trips are fun, but certainly not relaxing. They can come to you and say, "Oh, Ryan, I saw that you requested PTO for next Friday. Do you need to be off that day?" Do I need to be? No. Will I be? Yes. I'll be taking no further questions at this time. Number two, just say no. I used to say yes to everything. At church, I rarely turned down an opportunity to serve. Do you want to host a small group? Yes. Do you want to make announcements from stage? Yes. Do you want to volunteer Thursday night? Yes, yes, and yes. People wanted my help, and being one felt great, but when COVID paused our church attendance, my wife and I kind of looked around and thought, is this what it's like to have free time? It felt great. You don't have to go to every birthday party. You don't have to volunteer for everything, even if they are in a tough spot. If you have the margin to participate, use it by all means. But if you're at your participation capacity, give yourself a rest. Number three, let yourself be lazy. Our family returned from a great but long trip to Wisconsin a couple months back. It was Monday morning, and I was tired, but someone needed to grocery shop. And that someone was me. I looked at my kids who were playing with their toys peacefully, and I contemplated getting myself and these two kids dressed for the day and getting ready to grocery shop. Then I entered all the items into my Sprouts app, their grocery list, and I saw order for pickup. And then I hit the option. I let somebody else walk around that store and pick up my groceries. We spent an extra 2 hours that morning in our pajamas playing board games. Maybe it's a meal kit instead of shopping or cooking from scratch. Maybe it's a virtual doctor's appointment instead of spending your Saturday morning in a doctor's office. There is margin that we can create in our week that will give us pieces of our weekend back. All right. And number four, schedule rest. You schedule play dates and tournaments and dinners and date nights. But listen, hear me out here, okay? Have you ever scheduled a nap? I'm being so serious. Have you ever booked an appointment on your own calendar, blocking 2 hours of your afternoon for a nap? No? Well, you should. I know weekends are for being productive, but a reset from time to time is incredibly productive. There are no trophies for best burnouts. Weekends kind of suck, but they don't have to. We place insane expectations on ourselves to cram as much into a 48-hour time span as possible, and then we walk into our weeks on Monday like, why am I still tired? Like everything in life, there is balance. Maybe the washer does need to be fixed this weekend, but the light fixture could be replaced later. Be a weekend warrior if you like to. Completing task after task in a 48-hour time span, it comes with a ton of benefits. But so does sleeping in and watching a movie on a Saturday afternoon. Whatever it is, do what is best for you. Thank you for being here for another episode of Courtside Forever, where our goal is to ensure that parents enjoy the best seats in the house. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend or two, and feel free to reach out with any comments or questions. I'm your host, Ryan Rucker, and I appreciate you being here. Take care.